Hi, welcome to Unix Academy. In this video, we will see some pod related question and answers. First question, what is a pod? Pod are the smallest deployable unit of computing that you can create and manage in Kubernetes. A pod is similar to a set of containers with shared namespaces and shared file system volumes. A pod is a group of one or more containers with shared storage and network resources and a specification for how to run the containers. A pod's contents are always co-located and co-scheduled and run in a shared context. A pod modules an application-specific logical host. It contains one or more application containers which are relatively tightly coupled. In non-cloud contexts, applications executed on the same physical or virtual machine are analogous to cloud applications executed on the same logical host. As well as application containers, a pod can contain init containers that run during pod startup. You can also inject ephemeral containers for debugging if your cluster offers this. Next question, can we add containers to a pod once created? No, it cannot add a container to a pod once it has been created. Instead, you usually delete and replace pods in a controlled fashion using deployments. What are the init containers? Init containers, specialized containers that run before app containers in a pod. Init containers can contain utilities or startup scripts not present in an app. A pod can have multiple containers running apps within it, but it can also have one or more init containers which are run before the app containers are started. Init containers are exactly like regular containers, except init containers always run to completion. Each init container must complete successfully before the next one starts. If a pod init container fails, the kubelet repeatedly restarts that init container until it succeeds. However, if the pod has a restart policy of never and an init container fails during startup of that pod, Kubernetes treats the overall pod as failed. To specify an init container for a pod, add the init containers field into the pod specification as an array of container items. Here I gave the example for init containers. In the spec field, we will give the init containers. Here I give two init containers, init my service and init my db. Once init my service successfully completed, then it will run the init my db container. Once both init containers are completed, then it will go to application container. That is, I gave the name here my app container that will run. Next, ephemeral containers. Ephemeral containers, a special type of container that runs temporarily in an existing pod to accomplish user initiated actions such as troubleshooting. You are ephemeral containers to inspect services rather than to build applications. Uses for ephemeral containers. Ephemeral containers are useful for interactive troubleshooting when kubectl exec is insufficient because a container has crashed or a container image does not include debugging utilities. That's about this. Thanks for watching.